Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening as we come to you from Lincoln High School Big Gym, as the Lincoln High School boys basketball team is hosting the Washington Prexies. The little Prexies of Washington made the trip up here. If you cut the last broadcast, our Lady Wolverines took care of the girls' team of Prexies. What was that, 61 to
36?
36. Nice game there. Delaney Sturgeon with 20 points. Kayla Jones with 17 points, 3 3-pointers. Caitlin Kreitzer had 17 points, had 2 3-pointers. Well, defensive game. So a nice win there for Coach Wise. Wolverines now record is
1-1.
1-1.
Yep.
And they will be back here tomorrow night. We will be streaming that game as well. Laurel, Brad,
Spartans.
what do we got going on here in the next hour here at the gym?
Yep, flip side over to the boys basketball. Same section, 3A, Section 1, just boys basketball. You've got a lot of action going on there. Riverside's 2-0 and won their tournament this past weekend. Ellwood splits over the weekend and then won a couple nights ago against the Rocks to finish 2-1. New Brighton played their first game last night, lost. Beaver Falls 0-3, and that's it. Aliquippa, Freedom, and Mohawk will all be in action either tonight or on Friday, so we'll see a little bit more. And because there's 7 teams, top 4 teams will make the playoffs. And obviously, if you split some games, more teams go, but it's important. Top 4 teams go, and a pretty hefty Beaver County squad there with Aliquippa, Beaver Falls, but don't count out Riverside. That's a trap game.
I agree
right
with
there.
you. We said that when we had finished it last year. We thought that team was young and was trending up, in the words of Mike Tomlin. Star Spangled Banner, folks. And there you have it, folks, our Star Spangled Banner. And now just moments away from tip-off, we will have the starting lineups here. Thad Sturgeon alongside Brad Windhorst. Dave, Mr. Skinny Windhorst, on camera for us this week.
All right, a team that Ellwood is familiar with. Just last year, a win in the WPIL playoffs, that first round, the Washington Prexies. Kicking us off will be, I believe, well, we're going to go with the board here. 0, and that's Vincent Johnson. Number 2, that's William Callan. Now, there's Vincent Johnson. Number 5, that's Tristan Reed. Number 14, Tavon France. And then finally, the senior, number 1, James Carter. Last year, the Prexies were 15-8.
Yep, and a big game. We'll talk about that game last year. But here's the Ellwood City Wolverines. Number 2, Mr. Caleb Cervic, the sophomore guard. Number 20, junior, 5'9", Jackson Kerr. Number 3, with his 21.3 average in 3 games, 6'2", Aaron Lake. Number 1, he stands at 5'11", Mr. Chucky Swinesburg. And the senior guard, 6'0", 322 points in his career so far. Number 5, Chris Smiley. Head coach, Dan Bradley. Assistant coach, Ricky Roth.
Yep, Ricky Roth, who's also 1-0 in his own career. A couple years back there covering in for the illustrious Steve Antuano.
Yes, as we said last year, playoffs. We got matched up with the Prexies.
Yep.
Went down there, took them on, and
neat court. If you've ever been there, neat arena, neat court.
Arena, old school, old style.
All the presidents up on the list
and,
there.
Yep, the Prexies, short for presidents. Here we go, tip off and start the game off. The Prexies get the ball, and out the front there is Vincent Johnson. Fast moving, puts it up there. Number 5 misses a shot. Aaron Lake, team leading in rebounds, gets that one. Aaron Lake, 3 games, 3 double-doubles so far in the early goings of this 2024 campaign. Chris Smiley gets stopped there. Out to Caleb Cervic. Cervic there. Runs around there, looking for a man. Loses the handle, but gets it back. Needs some help, finds it by Chris Smiley out at the point guard position. Smiley has Jackson Kerr cutting to the net at the elbow. Smiley throws it out there. Nice play by Swinesburg to keep it alive. They look to Coach Bradley. Down the lane he goes, kicks it out there to Smiley, fakes the 3 from that elbow, out to Cervic, down the baseline, puts up the floater, kicks high off the glass, doesn't get it to go. Number 14, France, with the rebound. Now coming the other way, France with the ball. France top of the key, being guarded there by Cervic. Over to number 5, that's Tristan Reed, he's got length. Now back over to France. Guarded there by Smiley. Deep 3 by number 1. Off the backboard, does not go. It's going to go out of bounds and going to say Wolverines ball. So Carter with that shot. A little bit long. Now Swinesburg gets the ball into the hands of point guard Caleb Cervic. A little bit, I'll call it a press, but not a very contested one here by the Prexies.
Yep, the book on the Prexies. They've got length in the arms, and there you go.
Yep. As Carter gets the steal, brings it down the court into the hands of Reed. Reed, high pass, but corralled there by Carter. Carter, Swinesburg almost got the steal. Didn't get her done, no. France now wants to get down the baseline, moves it over, and he's going to be fouled.
And I think, unfortunately, that's going to be on Chucky Swinesburg reaching in from the backside.
Yep, and it was on the floor. It was kind of, it could have went both ways that time, as now Carter inbounds, gets it.
Wolverines back into a 2-3 zone here, knowing that they got some size difference. And Cervic goes up for the steal, and there's a reach
steal,
in.
and he's going to get fouled.
Wow.
Falls to the ground.
He just went up there, and he had to climb it because that was number 5, Reed, who turned it over. And Reed's not short at all.
No, he's not. He's gets up there pretty tall. So now Smiley's going to inbound. Trying to find, he wanted to get Cervic cutting to the hoop, but he was guarded heavily there.
Just how we drew this one up there. That's 2 minutes in already, still 0-0. Jackson.
A shot by Jackson. It's long. Oh, nice save there by Swinesburg. Gets the long rebound, maintains possession for the Wolverines. Smiley now, far side of the court, dribbles down in the hands of Jackson Kerr. Jackson wants to go down the lane, throws it out there. Swinesburg keeps it alive, and Cervic somehow ends up with it. Smiley, the first 3 off the front of him, don't go. Big, tall number 5. Reed gets up there for the rebound. He's coming the other way. He's 3 inches taller than everybody else in the court, and he gets the first bucket 2.5 minutes into this game. Prexies lead 2-0. See the press coming on here by the Prexies. They kind of start off with that press and then back it off pretty quick. Here comes Cervic up the court, gets it across the timeline. Let's go down the lane. Now to Chris Smiley. He's going to try the 3 off the side of the rim, doesn't go. And who gets the rebound? Chucky Swinesburg, not giving up on the play. Bounce pass to Cervic. Out to Smiley. Goes down the baseline, puts up the lefty. Does not get it to fall. Who gets the rebound? Number 1, Carter. Had a little bit of a run going there, but wisely, as the Wolverines defensively was catching back up. Underneath. Defensive breakdown for the Wolverines there, because number 1, Carter, had the easy bucket because he was all alone underneath the basket. 4-0 in favor of the Prexies. Fast moving. Not many stoppages of play here in this first period of play. The Chuckster, Swinesburg, gets the ball. Now to Cervic. Cervic directs traffic, pulls Jackson Kerr back out. Now back out there. Now Smiley down there at the baseline, wants to go down the lane, throws it out there to Kerr for 3. Drains it, it's good. And just like that, it cuts the lead of the Prexies to 1. They're up 4-3. In the 3 games we've played, Brad, we'll let him go here a second. Johnson now puts it out there. to Reed. Now back to France. France authorized going to fake the shot from a deep three. He answers that one. Did Reed. He's got length, but he shot from the outside. Now Lake gets the ball, gets it over the timeline, wants to dribble down there. Stop, pulls up. Now gets it out to Cervic. We've not seen a team that has as much length yet, and I think it's affecting Aaron Lake underneath. They're just unable to get him the ball. As I say that, they do, and he's going to get fouled. You got to make things happen, and that time it did. Lake's been so impressive underneath the hoop, but he's got some matching length there in today's game.
Oh, yeah. And unfortunately, it's going to be a mismatch then at the 4 spot, the power forward. Unfortunately for Jackson Kerr, he's going to have his work cut out.
Yes,
he is. In fact, Chris Smiley's actually playing down low.
First shot by Lake is off the front of the rim, does not go.
A couple of substitutions here for Prexies. That'll be number 15, and that is Jameer Johnson.
So Lake's second attempt. In and out of the rim, does not go. And Johnson gets up there for the rebound. He quickly brings it back down the court, wants to drive, and met some resistance there by Chris Smiley. And who ends up with it? Chucky Swinesburg. Swinesburg, off the foot. And Jackson Kerr there going to get called for the reaching hug foul. It's his first, team second, 3:12 remaining here. Kerr's going to check out, and Cuevas, number 10, Cuevas, averaging 9.3 points a game off the bench, checks into the game. France with the shot, off the side of the rim, doesn't go. Who ends up with it? Cervic. Wants to bring it up the other way. Gets it out there to Jackson Kerr. Jackson bounces underneath. Pretty, but did not finish as Lake went to the line. He was looking for the foul. They weren't going to give it to him as he missed that layup. And now Callan gets it over to France. Takes the pass. Underneath there. This time Cuevas picks it up. Gets the steal. Goes down the lane. Jump stop. Puts it up. And he's going to get fouled. I like that play. He had a step and quickly catching up was the defender. And he just does that jump. I call it jump stop. I don't know what the right terminology is. And,
jump stop, pump fake, the whole works.
Yep. And he gets it. That foul is on number 15. Johnson, who came in off the bench, gets his first foul. Now Cuevas will go to the line to shoot 2. Some more changes forthcoming off the back of the rim. Wolverines now 0 for 3 from the line tonight. Number 10 checks in, Brad.
Yep, and that is Isaac Karnick.
And I missed the other one. I think it's number 1 that came back in.
Yeah, I think it's Carter that checked back in.
Yep. So now Cuevas, second attempt off the front of the rim, does not go, but Lake with the offensive rebound. But he loses the handle. A lot of grabbing going on down there. They're letting them play on both sides of the ball. Now Carter just came in. Now in the hands of France, back out to Carter. Carter surveys, looks, gets in the hands of number 15. Johnson. No look pass. Over to Johnson. Guarded there by Cervic. And going to say off the foot. So they'll reset the play. .209, 7-3 game. France now there, gets the inbound pass. Dribbles down there, gets it to Carter. Guarded there by Cuevas. France now, not the tallest guy in the court, but he's a pretty good ball handler. He tries driving to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled, and I think it's on. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And that's going to be on Jackson Kerr. His second, with $1:55 remaining here in the first period. Now France will be shooting 2. First shot is good, 8-3. Keithan Jones going to check in for Jackson Kerr, there with just 2 fouls. France's second shot. Side of rim don't go, and Keithan Jones with the rebound. We did not mention this is Coach Bradley of Ellwood City's alma mater. He was a graduate a few years back from Washington. Caleb Cervic now in the hands of Smiley. Smiley loses his footing, and calls jump ball as number 1. Good play by him from James Carter. Puts his hand on it. And
substitution there. France will sit, and Callan will come back in, number 2 for the Prexies.
So Wolverines' possession arrow was facing them. And Smiley gets it into the hands of Lake. Now Cervic now out here running the point. Caleb Cervic now dribbles to the left, goes down the lane underneath the Lake. Shot just isn't falling for Aaron Lake tonight. Rebound there by Callan coming the other way. Cuevas there gives chase. Callan with the ball. Throws it out there, number 1. Oh, long, does not get the 3, but a putback. Offensive rebound. And that was Vincent Johnson gets the offensive rebound and the putback up and in. Now here comes Caleb Cervic. Wolverines down 10-3, down by 7. Wolverines just 3 points in the first 7 minutes of this game. And that's going to be...
Yeah, it's going to be an offensive push from behind by Lake. So that'll be an offensive foul. And just like that, the Wolverines with 4 fouls. Things right now not going well for Lake. Having trouble, got to make some layups there. 2 misses. And, I think with that being said, I think Coach Bradley's going to... Now it's going to be a 30-second timeout actually for the Prexies. Oh,
no,
never mind.
No,
okay.
It was.
I wondered. He looked over real quick, but yeah.
Yep.
So that kind of forces the Wolverines to take a timeout here. Yeah, it's still early, 10-3, but 1 shot made so far for the boys.
Right.
So again, folks, you can check out everything that we do here for Ellwood City Sports on our website, www.ecwolverines.com. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as our YouTube page, where we will have all of our live streams since 2016 for football, and then basketball and everything else came through just a couple, 4 or 5 years ago on our network. And again, if you subscribe to our channel, keep the bell turned on, you'll be notified every time we go live, www.ecwolverines.com. Thad, this is what we kind of expected coming into this defensive game. Right now, a total of 13 points. This is not exactly the number I expected.
Well, actually, you make some shots.
Yes,
and
that number goes up just a little bit.
That changes quite a bit.
So we'll see if the Prexies go for it or kind of hold and kill the last 40 seconds.
Yep.
Well,
nope,
there's
not.
your answer.
And there's the
wow.
three-pointer by Callan. Really having their way right now. 10-point deficit for the Wolverines, down 13-3, 30 seconds to go in the first period. As Caleb Cervic gets it down there, there's a 3 shot by Smiley. And a nice play by Carter, kind of tips it up, gets it out, and Callan was going to the hoop. Johnson didn't know he was behind there. Johnson tried to reach up there and get to that ball, and it went out of bounds. So Wolverines now with the ball. 15 seconds remaining. Down to Smiley. Does a little spinner and a move. Out there to Lake for 3. Off the back of the rim, does not go. Smiley gets the rebound, 6 seconds. Puts it up. No shot. It was on the floor.
Ooh, he got bailed too because unfortunately Chris stepped up. That could have been possibly a travel.
Yep.
But it's going to be a foul. It was before the
Yeah, it was
attempt.
a foul on the ground.
Yeah, so it's going to be Wolverine ball. 5 seconds remaining here.
Was that on number 1?
That was on number 10.
Okay. There's Flumer. Now Cuevas with 2 seconds. He's got to shoot it. No go. Didn't get the shot off. So at the end of 1, that sequence there did not go well.
No, it did not. We'll take a timeout here. Let the Ellwood City cheerleaders do their performance here before the second quarter. It's 13-3 Prexies. right, so once again, thanks to the cheerleaders here. Second quarter about ready to get underway. It's 13-3, all defense so far. Wolverines finishing that first quarter, 1 for officially 10. 1 for 10, 10% from the field, and you factor in 4 missed free throws. You're 1 for 14 basically in points.
Wow. Possession there in favor of the Prexies, and Chris Smiley tips it. Oh, Barker still is doing the second game.
Yep,
huh?
yeah. Barker, one of our officials here.
Oh.
A little colleague of mine.
Yep.
We'll have a good conversation about tonight's game tomorrow.
Yes, I'm sure you will. You got 2 of them to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, nice play there by Servik
There we
defensively. Knocks in the hands of Aaron Lake. Lake's going to drive down there, puts it up, and, he falls awkwardly. And no foul called as he went up for the layup. Kind of contorted his body in a way and stuck the landing, for lack of a better word.
Well, it's good that he did.
Yeah.
It's good he did.
Cuevas shoots the 3.
For 3!
Drains it. There you go. Big shot there for Cuevas. We've seen him shoot the 3 several times now. He's averaging 9 points a game off the bench, mind you. Callan puts it up, doesn't get it to go. Oh, man, he hit hard to ground. Who ends up with it? We're going to say out of bounds. I think Aaron Lake actually touched it when he was standing out of bounds. But give credit to number 5. He bounced up there.
Yes, he did.
You fall on your shoulder, elbow like that. There's the inbound. Callan out to France. France gets it out to Reed. Now back out to Callan. Callan goes underneath. Reed going to shoot the 3. He's got 1. Make it 2. Wow. Way to answer that 3 that the Wolverines made. Now Smiley. Drives it down there. Almost loses the handle. Pulls it back out, cross court to Cuevas. Cuevas bounce pass underneath the Lake. It's the look they want. Puts it up, fights it, and he's going to get the and 1. And that's important. I think that's important, Brad. Your leading scorer, I know it, albeit just 3 games, was held 0 points in that first period. Get him out here. You're a minute in. He gets the bucket underneath and going to complete the 3-point play. And unable to do so, free throws. Not 0 for 5 are the Wolverines from the field tonight on free throws. Underneath, breakdown in defense, puts it up. Awkward shot, but Lake gets the rebound. Now Servik. Brings it up the court. Cuevas almost got it stolen. Launches up the 3. In and out of the rim, does not go. Number 0, Johnson, gets up there high in the net. I think he could slam dunk as high as he gets. Throws it out there. Lost the handle, but he gets it, tips it back into France. Now Reed from the foul, just beyond the foul line, goes it back out there to Reed. This time Callan for 3, way short. Cuevas gets the ball. And ill-advised foul. France pushed Cuevas, and you just don't like to see a foul 99 feet away from your bucket.
Yep. That'll be his second foul, team second as well. So not foul trouble yet, but just got to keep an eye on that.
So Servik there gets it, bounce pass to Lake. He
All
got
the
a
way.
little bit of a lane,
Don't
puts
look,
it up.
don't look,
Yep.
don't look.
Going to say a foul. Yeah, I'm with you. Just take it.
Yeah.
You got that big frame. You're going to get hit no matter what. So just take it in.
Yep, he's going to get bailed out by Vincent Johnson with a foul. So the foul's now 3-0 with still over 5 minutes. Got to make free throws,
6
though.
minutes, actually.
Yeah.
So, free throws could be really key. First shot, and he makes it.
There we go.
He's 1 for 5. So Jackson Kerr checked back in as Chris Smiley's going to take a seat. Get a breather. Lake's second shot. And there it is. Just like that, the Wolverines just down by 6. They were down by 10 2 minutes ago at the start of this period. France gets the ball into Callan. Back out to Callan underneath. Johnson puts it up, doesn't get it. There's Aaron Lake. Gets the rebound in the hands of Servik. He's got pursuit. Out to Jackson Kerr. Jackson almost traveled there, but he's able to get the ball wisely out to Servik. Servik now gets a screen from Lake. Lake back, puts it down, and he's going to be fouled. Go to the hoop. Good things happen. And that time it did. And that's going to give them 4 fouls
Yep, and that's
for the period.
And that's the second on Vincent. So 2 players now, 2 fouls, and those fouls are stacking up. It was a floor foul. So inbounding will be the Wolverines.
But the next foul by the Prexies with 5:28. There's Chuckster. Swinesburg gets the ball. Now Chris Smiley, who checked back in to give Caleb Cervic a bit of a breather. Met some resistance, did Smiley. Did it again. Bounces it to Jackson Kerr. Kerr, pass out there to Swinesburg. Doesn't get it to go. Who gets the rebound? Cuevas not giving up on the play. Puts it up. He gets pound. And let's say the ball went out of bounds. As Jackson went up there for that shot, I thought we were going to get the 5th foul by the Prexies. The men in stripes didn't see it that way. And the ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Ellwood City. 30-second timeout by the Prexies.
He said Ellwood City. That's what they said, Ellwood City.
Oh, but we're off.
No.
Oh.
So if you're the Wolverines fan, you're kind of sitting here. You got to get easier offense. I don't know what else to say. I mean, there was a couple changes there in that first quarter where you had opportunities for easy layups and they didn't fall. And now all of a sudden, now that Prexies defense is kind of instead of coming to the hoop, they've been extending it out a little bit and meeting them. And right now, the point guard position it's getting tough.
I mean, all you really need to know is we're 11 minutes into this game and we have 10 points.
On the flip side, you're giving up 16, so it's like
right.
You're right there. Got to get something going, though.
Couple threes, couple possessions. This is a whole different game. Callan with the 3-point shot, but a rebound got there. He's going to put it up this time, the floater. He made that look easy. Carter got that long rebound and put it right back into Callan's hands.
That's the big difference is rebound so far. Huge offensive rebound defense.
Cuevas gets in the hands of Jackson Kerr. Jackson pushes it down there to no avail. Doesn't get any. Swinesburg with the ball. A lot of pounding underneath as Reed was there. Number 1, Chucky Swinesburg gets called. That's going to be his 2nd foul. That was more just a scrum underneath the hoop. Now bringing up the court is Reed. Gets it into France. France back out to Callan. Reed got it. Oh. And through the wickets as the pass was to James Carter and just went off his fingertips out of bounds. Caleb Cervic checks back into the game as Chucky Swinesburg gets a little bit of a rest with the 2 fouls. Cuevas now. Waits, dribbles, looks, guarded there by Callan. Cuevas looking for someone to pass to. Oh, 5 seconds? But he was dribbling around, wasn't he?
He was, which it still counts. It's a quick 5, though, but it's still 5.
So a turnover. So Jameer Johnson checks in off the bench. And now Callan brings it up. Callan's staying there. You got to be 6'4". France now back to Johnson, who just checked in. Far point to Reed. A lot of perimeter action right now. Wanting to try to find somewhere to go in. Reed puts up the 15-foot jumper. Does not go. Aaron Lake reaches up, gets that rebound. Into the hands of Chris Smiley. He dribbles down the lane, puts it up. Little Euro step. Got blocked by Reed. Coming the other way is France. Got a trailer. Puts it up, and he gets a sack by Lake. 3:30 remaining here. Lake, that's going to be his 1st foul. No, I beg your pardon, 2nd foul. And France is going to go to the line. He is 2 for 2, I do believe. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. First shot is off the side of the rim, back of the rim, does not go. Wolverines really haven't scored in about 2.5 minutes here. 2nd shot does not go, and going to get a push-off foul. Ooh, that one hurts.
Yeah, because we're going to be shooting now officially. So that's on Karnick. That's his second now, but more importantly, it's a 5th foul, and that's going to be free throws now from here on out. 3:29 mark. Going to line for 2 will be Aaron Lake. 2 for 5, made back-to-back free throws.
First shot by Lake. Off the back of the rim, does not go. Lake's second shot.
Better.
Rolls around the rim, count it, it's good. 18-11. Wolverines were down by 10 at the end of the first period, find themselves down by 7 right now. Chipping away at it. France out to Callan. Callan wanted to go underneath. Number 10 had checked back into the game. Now France dribbles around. Gets it to Callan. Fakes the 3. Now back out front to France. Johnson with the ball. Goes down the lane, does the pass. And number 10 was driving to the hoop.
Give credit to Aaron Lake and company. That was a strip off the leg. Got very lucky, but another turnover.
So Cervic now gets the ball to bring it up the court. Hands it off to Smiley. Smiley out to Cuevas. In the corner, wanted to go to Lake underneath, but was well covered. This time, tries to get up to it, and it was pushed away. And Callan ended up with the ball. Body's banging there underneath.
They're letting them play.
France shoots the 3. It's off the side of the rim. Callan with the rebound. Another person on the floor. There's a 3. High arching shot. Goes nowhere.
How's that not? Okay, they are going to call intentional, as the way it should be.
Yes.
That was clear. Man.
Technical foul.
It's going to be intentional foul, and if they're smart, they would separate the teams. And I like what Barker's doing here. The official telling him, get up, come back down.
Teed him up.
Yeah. And that's big because they're actually going to give a double tech.
Was it a double tech?
They're going to give him a double tech. Wow. That's a product of them not calling the foul down here and then letting it happen, and you knew that's going to happen. So now Lake's got 3.
And who was the other technical on?
It should be on number 10, Karnick. He's the one that did the pushing. And there it is. So double techs. And I'm wondering if there's got to be an additional foul or something, right?
Well, Cervic's going to take the shots for Ellwood City.
So they did call a technical foul. And I'm wondering if the technical foul is on 10.
Yep. First shot by Cervic. It is good.
Wow.
I'm not sure if it's a double technical. It might have just been a foul on Lake.
And a foul and a technical foul.
Right. Second shot by Cervic. It's good. Nothing but net. Makes his 2 free throws. Make the score 18-13. So Coach Bradley for Ellwood City is wanting some explanation.
And you can kind of read it from here. Coach Bradley's asking, why did we get a foul? If my guy got pushed, he didn't instigate it, and I'm wondering if it's a product of what happened here to there.
Right.
Something may have been said. Who knows? Anyway, well, Thad, 2:24. It's down to 5 now.
Yes, exactly. I mean,
just your Wednesday night basketball.
They've held the Prexies to 5 points.
It's so far.
We got 10, and 4 of them are via the free throws.
And the bonus. So if I'm
we're bonus now because of the technical. Cuevas for 3. Other room does not go. Flumer comes in there and a push off.
It's the right call.
Yes, it is. But why do you do it? Yeah.
I'm mind boggled on some of this transparency, I guess.
So Matt Flumer gets called with the foul. So France now with the ball, guarded there, underneath. Drives it down there, puts it up and in. That was Johnson. So now someone had to pick the ball up. They were starting to do the count. Smiley gets it across the timeline, kicks it out there to Cuevas, wants to launch the three, way too long. Rebound there by Johnson, quickly coming the other way. They had to lead down to 5, now it's 7. Pat tried to get cute, passed underneath, and ball eventually goes out of bounds. Chucky Swinesburg is going to check back in for, I do believe, Cuevas. Yes, he's going to take a seat. So Chris Smiley now gets it across the timeline. Pass underneath the Flumer, and through his fingertips goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Wolverines now. Now up the court is Reed. Gets it in the hands of Johnson. A lot of ball movement here. Minute 10 remaining. Kicks it out to, oh, France lost it as it went off his fingertips. I think he was wanting to set up for that three, and the pass just wasn't where he thought it was going to be. And when he grabbed it, it went out of bounds. Now Smiley brings her down the court. Oh, slips. Loses it, but does not lose his dribble. Oh, but passes it inside. It goes to Johnson. Johnson drives down the lane, puts it up, and he's going to be, oh, we're calling jump ball.
Wow.
As I think the Flumer went in there, got his hand on it.
I like that. The Flumer.
The Flume.
I like it. The Flume.
We got Chuckster, the Flume. Hey, by the end of 22 games here, we'll have a nickname for everybody. So Cuevas going to check back in for the Flume. And now Chris Smiley, 45 seconds remaining. Drives down the lane, puts it up, and they're going to say travel. Yep. And that's the right call. So Jackson Kerr checks out, and Matt Flumer checks back in. So coming up the court is France, 35 seconds. They got a 7-point lead. Callan now with the ball. He'll shoot the three, so will Reed. The tallest guys in this team are not afraid to shoot the three ball, Brad. All the way over there to Callan. Underneath. Kicks it out there. Head fake. Back out to Callan. Shoots the three. Nothing but net. He drains it. That hurts. Man alive, he held this team to 5 points for 7 minutes of this quarter, and they come out and get 6 right now. 5 seconds is Cervic. Don't want to foul here. Puts it up. Doesn't go. Flumer tries to put it back in. Going to say a foul on number 2. Number 2, Callan. That's his first. So Flumer now with 0.7 seconds remaining, going to go to the line to shoot 2. Flumer's first shot off the back of the rim does not go. Second shot by Flume. Off the back of the rim, does not go. Rebound, and at the end of 2 quarters of play, it's 23-13. That 10-point lead by the Prexies, they maintained it through the second quarter of play. So not a lot of offense here in this first half of play. I think both coaches will have plenty to talk about with their teams when they go in at halftime. Don't forget, folks, we'll be back here tomorrow night, 7:30, Laurel. Girls volleyball, the Spartans of Laurel, will be making a trip down here to Ellwood City.
Girls basketball.
What did I say?
Volleyball.
No, we're just a couple weeks out from it. So, yes, we'll be playing some basketball tomorrow night here against Laurel.
So we'll have a lot of things to talk about. 23-13 doesn't sound like much, but there's a lot of stats that we'll talk about here after a little bit of a break. We'll take a time out here. It's the Prexies up by 10. You're watching Lincoln High School Big Gym basketball here in WPIL play on Ellwood City Sports. right, folks, welcome back here. A little bit of halftime stats as we're looking into this one. 23-13, the Prexies with the lead here with about 5 minutes before the second half begins. Everything so far has been in favor of the Prexies in terms of rebounding. It's 15-13. They had a bigger edge. Wolverines kind of battled back a little bit in that second quarter to kind of even it up. The scoring-wise, 10-10, the difference, that 13-3 first quarter. The other big difference, Wolverines 2 for 11 from the three-point line. To add to it, 5 for 13 from the free-throw line. And to add to that, 1 for 9 from underneath the hoop, basically. A 3 for 20 night. You're basically shooting right around 15% from the field. Ain't going to cut it, even with the good defensive game so far for the Wolverines. On the flip side, the Prexies making things happen. Not the best shooting underneath the hoop or around the hoop, but outside perimeter shooting. 4 for 8. The split there, 2 by Callan, 2 by Reed. They've got 8 points apiece. Leading scores for the Prexies. On the flip side, Aaron Lake, he's got 5 points. Along with it, he's got 6 rebounds, looking for a double-double, but trouble in terms of fouls. Lake's got 3 fouls. Karnick's got 3 with that technical foul with the extra free throws that Cervic made. So right now it's a 10-point lead, but statistically it could have been worse. It could have been maybe a little bit better underneath the hoop by both teams. Either way, we still got 2 quarters, folks. We'll take a timeout. We'll preview a couple different things going forward, but you're watching Ellwood City Sports here. Boys basketball. Tomorrow night will be girls basketball against Laurel. And a little shout-out or a little note for going down the line. Any girls basketball games, there will be no JVs. So that means all games by girls basketball schedule-wise will be at 6 o'clock unless noted. So tomorrow's game is at 6 o'clock, and going forward, all girl basketball games will be at 6 o'clock. We'll take a timeout. 3:40 remaining here at halftime. It's the Prexies 23-13. You're watching WPIL High School Basketball on Ellwood City Sports.
whatever.
All right, folks, welcome back here. Third quarter about ready to go. The Prexies will start with the ball. 23-13. The Wolverines cut it down to 7, but Prexies finish on a 5-0 run to make it back to 10.
Prexies with the ball here as we start off. Callan goes down, puts it up, and an early foul by the Wolverines. Shot don't fall for Callan. But he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Callan coming off a really good first half there. 2 for 4. Again, Prexies 4 for 8. 2 of them from deep by Callan.
First shot by Callan. Off the front of the rim. Does not go.
And Thad, just to keep you apprised there, that's a big foul. That's Lake's 4th.
Oh, I missed that. I'm glad you're here.
So am I. I'm glad I'm here too.
So Callan's second shot is good. He's 1 for 2 on that set.
And you can't sit him. You're going to have to play through it.
Yes, you are. And Chucky Swinesburg now bringing it up. Now Smiley with the ball coming forward. Up by 11 are the Prexies. Jackson Kerr now. Out to Cervic. Out to Smiley. Smiley now. Kicks it to Swinesburg. Dribbles around. Kicks it back out to Smiley. Smiley wants to go down the lane but can't get there. Swinesburg out to Jackson Kerr. Goes down the lane. Puts it up and going to say a travel. He did that stutter step as he came down through there. And the official was right there to see it. Here comes the Prexies. So France now with the ball. Fakes to Callan and down and does get it to him. Back over to Reed. Reed back out to France. Taps his head, gets the play in motion. Callan wants to drive down there, and that's a product of Lake with 4 fouls. Couldn't do anything. Shot doesn't go, though. Lake gets the rebound. They're going to come the other way. Now Smiley. Dribbles forward. Gets it to Swinesburg. Swinesburg, Jackson Kerr, top of the key. Gets Swinesburg. Nice play. Puts it underneath. Gets blocked by the tall Callan. Then he did not give up. Keeps fighting. And Chucky Swinesburg standing there at 5'11". I announced him at 5'9" last week, and I just wanted to just a little fun. Bounce pass out there to Johnson. Goes down the baseline, puts it up, does not go. And Lake now gets the rebound. Coming the other way is Smiley, and a reach-in foul there. Ill-advised.
They're going to say double dribble.
I thought Johnson got elbow.
And I get it because when he got pushed a little bit, he fell forward. He did switch hands, but it's a product of getting hit. You kind of let that go. So it is what it is.
So turnover there by the Wolverines. Now Callan with the ball. Underneath there. Kicks it back out to Reed for the 3. Drains
Why not?
He's doing pretty good from three-point land today.
I would say when you're 3 for 3, looking pretty good.
And the thing about it is he's had some pretty open looks in them 3 shots.
Well, it does help being 6'5".
So Smiley now brings it up the court, being France of all over him. And shot does not count. You're going to have a push-off foul. So it's going to be on the floor. But that's going to be number 3, third foul on Tavon France. And he kind of is their acting point guard.
Nice inbounds play. Back to Chris Smiley off the inbounds. I like that. He was inbounding, gets it right back, put back. I like it. Very good stuff.
Kicks it out there to Callan. Far court, underneath the Reed. The tall jumps up, puts it up and in. He used that length that time to put the easy floater in. 29-17 in favor of the Prexies. Bring up the court, Chris Smiley. Puts it up, and Smiley gets the shot. Rolling around that right side, and just like that, he's got 4 quick points here in this third quarter. Held to 0 in that first half. Underneath, gets the ball to Johnson, back out to Reed. Got the hot hand, dishes it off. Out to France. Callan now. Dribbles in and pulls it back out. Up by 10. Now Carter. Reed to France. France Does some play calling. Underneath there to number 1. Puts it up off the glass. Doesn't go. Offensive rebound. Turnaround spin move. Does not go. Another Chucky Swinesburg ends up with it. Carter was trying to shoot, but he loses the ball. Body's flying all over the place. Puts it down. Puts it up. And a nice shot there by Vincent Johnson. I thought he was going to slam it. Off that steal. As the Wolverines couldn't get it up the court that time. Now Smiley gets a pick, dribbles it down from the elbow, puts it up, and doesn't get the shot to go. Reed with the rebound, gets in the hands of Callan. Callan now over to Reed. Puts up the floater shot, doesn't go. Who is there? Lake gets the rebound, passes it, and it gets up in the Reed of the Prexy's hands. The Wolverines right now are just making some mistakes we're not used to seeing. They're maybe pressing a little bit too much, trying to make more happen than there is. In and out of the rim it goes as Johnson tried to make the shot. Who ends up with it was Lake. Now into the hands of Chris Smiley. Down to Chuckster as Swinesburg gets the ball. Brings it out to Caleb Cervic. Cervic now with the dribble. Is that something with the?
Yeah, moving screen there
screen
by the Wolverines, Chucky Schweinsberg.
That's going to be his third, right?
Yeah, I believe so. That'll be his third, yep. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout by the Prexies. So we'll take a timeout with them. 3:06 here, 31-19 Prexies.
So after the timeout by the Prexies, they have 3 remaining. Callan brings it up the court. Callan in the hands of Reed. As they'll shake and bake. Guarded there by Lake. Remember, Lake sitting there with 4 fouls. Underneath pass to Johnson. Does a little spin move. Does not go. Fights for the rebound and gets it as Carter hits the ball. I mean, either team is shooting very well.
No. You could say Prexies from three-point land, but
there's some layups there that I'm sure their coach is hoping they're getting. And number 15 is going to get hit with that foul. Johnson, his second, and the team's second in this third period. Cuevas is going to check in for Swinesburg. Jackson Kerr inbounding for the Wolverines. Gets the hands of Lake, hands it off to, another foul. It's going to be on Washington, his third. I like inbound plays that are quick passes.
Quick.
Good
right
things
back.
happen.
The give and back.
Don't let them set around. I don't care if you're playing boys, girls basketball. Sometimes it's not there, but set it up to be there. Now Cervic running a point. We haven't seen him run the point as much. Jackson Kerr goes down. Oh, get that shot out of here, says Reed. Spots it away. Callan ends up with it. Carter back. Oh, tic-tac-toe as Johnson finishes coming down the lane. And a nice pass there by Carter to flip it back to him. 35-19, 16-point lead, largest lead of the night. And Johnson now, he's going to get a foul. And the coach is talking to him right now. Says, hey, you can't do that. You give up a foul. That's 4 in the period, albeit only $1:57 left, but that's 3 fouls.
Yep, on the 4th individual now for the Prexies.
Yeah.
That's big.
It is. Now serving.
And unfortunately for the Wolverines, it's not the 3 individuals that you need them to be on.
Right. I know. Reed and Callan are sitting there at one apiece, I think. Lake does a little spin move. Go ahead and shoot it, bud. Now, Servik out there to Cuevas.
Do it again.
Tries to pass in there to Lake. Doesn't get it to him. It's stolen by the Prexies. Down underneath to Reed. Puts it up and makes that easy layup.
Oh, he
37-19.
You know he wanted to do something else there.
I thought he was coming down. Ball was a little bit too far underneath the hoop for him to do that. Now Servik, minute 22. Dribbles down. Jackson Kerr. Tries dribbling around there. Puts it up. Shot don't go. Tip back up by Lake. And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And that's going to be on number 1, James Carter, his second, team's 5th. So bonus time for the Wolverines in his final minute 13. Lake's first shot is nothing but net. It's good. He's been in the foul line the most of anybody tonight. About 4 for 8 maybe.
Yep. New guy checking in for the Prexies. That'll be number 11. That's Lamont Caesar.
Lake's second shot. Off the front of the rim, does not go. Jackson Kerr made attempt, but Reed, too tall, too long. Got that rebound. Now Callan brings it up the court. Dribbles down the lane, pretty move. Ah, that was nice. As Callan really went down that lane, virtually uncontested. 19-point lead for the Prexies. Servik now. Up the court he comes. Moving around, looks to the sidelines for direction. Wants to go down, puts the floater up off the back of the rim too hard. Lake goes up for the rebound, gives chase. Ran into the garbage can, and it appears to me the garbage can lost. I don't think that crack was in it.
Not really sure why garbage can's kind of right at the door, but
yeah, I think it's the doorstop garbage can.
Doorstop garbage can. You did say we're gonna have nicknames for everything.
Yeah. Well, it's sitting in front of the door. It's got wheels. Okay.
Oh my.
They're dribbling around at the elbow. Needs to, nice no-look pass. And that was pretty. Right now, the Prexies are just having their way. It's 41-20 as Reed made the pretty. And who made the pass? I want to think it was 15. Johnson with the nice pass. Cuevas out there in front of Coach Bradley. Gets Jackson Kerr out to Servik. He wanted to go underneath to Cuevas. Wasn't there. Drives down the lane, puts it up, and the clock strikes 0 at the end. Wow. 41-20. Wolverines outscored 18-7 in that third period. Offensively, the Wolverines just aren't quite there tonight. A nice job done there by our Ellwood City cheerleaders.
So leading the charge for the Prexies, you got to give credit where it's due, and that's number 5, Tristan Reed. He's been shooting well, 2 for 4 from the three-point line, but now it's kind of playing from the inside out. Rebounds are starting to stack up as well. He's got 4 defensive rebounds. You think that number would be a little bit bigger, but it's because the Prexies, they've got good balance across the board. Vincent Johnson's been on the boards. Carter, Callan, everybody has been in the act, and it's going to come down to really between Callan and Carter, Reed, who's going to have more points to win this game and close this one out for the Prexies. So.
They're both tall. They're both long.
Yep.
And
both can shoot.
And pretty good ball handlers.
Yeah.
I would add that to the repertoire. That's a big word for me.
Ooh.
Did I use it right?
You did.
Thank you. Cuevas now gets the ball, and Smiley now. His brother Tyler Smiley is in there.
For 3.
Three-pointer by Smiley. He starts the period off with a three-pointer. Now Callan brings it up the court. Top of the key. Passes out there to Carter. Goes underneath to Callan. He's going to be fouled. Underneath, he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be on number 10, Cuevas. His first, team's first of this quarter. Callan, 1 for 2 tonight. Make him 1 for 3. Aaron Lake's going to check back in for Jackson Kerr. Remember, Aaron's sitting there with 4 fouls, and it's really affected his play. He had that early in the third period. Second shot is, said he went over the line. We saw it in the girls' game the other night. They don't like you stepping over the line. So 41-23. Smiley now. Bit of a press here by the Prexies. Smiley now wants to drive, gets a pick by Lake. Servik for 3, drains it. That's 2 threes in a row in the first minute of this fourth period. Callan now cutting to the hoop, puts it up, and he's going to get a chance for the 3-point play. Count the bucket as he went in there. Cuevas, his second foul, team second. Jackson Kerr now going to check in for Cuevas. So Callan to finish the 3-point play, and he does. Tyler Smiley out there right now on the court for the Wolverines. His brother Chris, Jackson Kerr, Aaron Lake, and Caleb Servik representing Ellwood City. Smiley now, little hop step there. Dribbles around, puts the lefty up, doesn't go. Jackson Kerr not giving up, can't get the ball though, and Carter comes the other way with the rebound. James Carter. Reed fakes the 3, step back, puts the foot in the bucket, and makes the shot just inside the 3-point line. Gives him 19 on the night. 20-point lead. Now Servik directing traffic. Meets some resistance by Carter. Goes down the lane, baseline, puts it up. Does not go. And I think they're going to get Tyler Smiley going over the back. His first, the team's third. And now Chucky Swinesburg is going to check back in for Tyler Smiley. Here comes Carter up the court. Pass is there to Johnson. Johnson goes down the lane. Oh! Slam-a-lam-a-ding-dong. Puts her down. Was Johnson over top. And puts an exclamation point on this one. They're up by 22 with 5:47 remaining. There goes Servik. Hands it off to Jackson Kerr. Out to Swinesburg. Swinesburg waits. It does not pass it. Keeps the ball. Goes around there. And going to get a foul, I do believe, on number 1, James Carter. That's now his third. So there's 3 players up there on the board right now with 3 fouls. I think there's another one, too, on the bench.
Yep, and I think the Wolverines took a timeout here.
Yep, 30-second timeout.
So that'll leave both teams down with 3 timeouts. We're about 5:28 remaining here. Wolverines, every time they take 2 steps forward, the Prexies take 3 forward.
Yep, they do.
So again, folks, we'll be back on the air tomorrow night. Girls basketball, 6 o'clock. All girls basketball games from here on out on the schedule, 6 o'clock, unless otherwise noted.
Say that again.
So tomorrow? No JV games, all games for girls basketball moving forward, unless otherwise noted, 6 o'clock.
So what time is that one tomorrow night?
6 o'clock. I know that runs into some cow time there for you.
Yes, it does. Wow.
Yeah, from here on out, 6 o'clock for the girls.
I was hoping they'd keep them.
I was kind of hoping for 7.
7, yeah, 7 would be fine.
But
why they do that? Some people do have to work for a living. Chris Smiley kicks it out there. Now, if you have a 8 to 4, 9 to 5 job, 6 o'clock games just suck. Take that, WPIL. I said it.
What's bad is you wouldn't want my opinion on it.
I don't know who scored that.
I like the extra hour
think.
to get stats in.
I like to see people in the stands.
Oh,
so
my.
drives down the lane. France, nice pretty move there. Puts it up and in. 50 to 28. Oh. So Smiley brings it up the court. Serving out to Smiley, shoots the three. It's off the mark. Air Biscuit does not go. Swinesburg off his nose. Lake ends up with it. Bounce pass out there to Swinesburg for three.
For three!
That's 3 3-pointers in this period alone.
And honestly, that's a big one for him.
Yes, it is.
First 3-pointer of the season for Chucky. We'll see more of those.
Underneath, puts it up and in.
Nice play.
To Vincent Johnson. So here comes Smiley. They got the three ball going. Serving, tries to go down there. Swinesburg dribbles down the lane, kicks it back out to Smiley. They're driving in, trying to get the ball to Lake. Lake, awkward shot, puts it up, doesn't get it to go. And Callan from the Prexies gets the ball, going to bring it back up the court. 3:53 remaining. And now Callan. With the ball. No, Carter with the ball. Gives it to Callan for three. Off the back of the rim, does not go. Who ends up with it is Chucky Swinesburg. Behind the back dribble. Tries to pass to Servik. Who ends up with it is James Carter. And I think a full timeout now taken for Washington. I think we're going to see some wholesale changes here now.
Yep.
Now we're going to have the Ellwood City cheerleaders once again. We haven't seen the backflips yet this year.
No, we have not.
I don't know what we're waiting on for that.
Maybe tomorrow.
No, it's a girls' game. They won't come to a girls' game. You know that.
Okay, that was cool.
That was.
That was like that put me in a tizzy there.
I pulled a hamstring watching that.
All right, so 3:29 left in this one, folks. 52 to 31. Pretty much dominance. Other than the second quarter, 10 to 10 kind of stalemate. But after that, it's been all Prexies in the 3 out of the 4 quarters. And unfortunately for the Wolverines, this is good for them, though. They need a little bit of some good
where
film.
Are they at next? If we looked that far ahead?
I was just gonna say it, good film because they've got some big games coming up down the road. We'll talk about them in a little bit.
So, foul away from the ball. I believe it's on number one, Carter. His fourth, team second. Keithan Jones checked into the game. Smiley bringing it up the court. Tyler Smiley back in there as well. Bounce pass to Servik, puts it up and can't get the shot to go. And it'll be a foul on Smiley over the back. Tyler Smiley, that is. His second, team's fourth. Pass out there. DeReed gets it to hands of France. France now back out to Carter. Carter to Callan. Guarded there by Jackson Kerr. Callan dribbles down, goes down the baseline, puts up the floater off the back of the rim, does not go, and Reed ends up with it. Another rebound for him. France goes down the lane, puts it up, and pretty move there, makes it count. And Chris Smiley is down right now. I think maybe a little twisted in the ankle there. Up, limping a little bit. Gonna find his way to the bench. Hey folks, don't forget we have a girls basketball game here tomorrow night at 6. Also, there's a play going on up at the auditorium, Hartman Musical. I don't know a lot about it, but you can see the younger kids play. I don't know if it's a musical. I think it's a play. Show up. It'll be fun. Now Cervic out to Keithan Jones. Jones picks up his dribble, gets the hands of Tyler Smiley. Chucky Swinesburg came in for Chris Smiley. Cervic goes down the lane, out to Swinesburg for three.
For three!
It's good. He's got 6 points here, 8 points total, but 6 off the 3 ball.
And that's
here.
Big. Moving forward, it's nice to see Chucky get a couple shots to go through the hoop, and that just will help him down the road.
54-24, or 54-34. Swinesburg there with the steal. The head up, dribble and goes, going to drive to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled. Go to the line to shoot 2 as Callan gets called for the foul. That is his second.
And Thad, that was the first turnover by the Prexies in about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That was the first of this quarter. Wow.
First shot by Swinesburg does not go. Didn't say it, but the student section got kind of a jersey theme going on there tonight. Got an old school Antonio Brown. Cleveland. Who's number 10 from Cleveland? P.J. Du Bois is sporting that one. Second shot by Swinesburg. There's an old Bradshaw over there.
Is that Mitchell? I see Herbert.
Yep, Herbert. Second shot by Swinesburg is good. He's got 9 points on the night. Bring it up the court. Got some new players on the court now, I do believe. As Willis. And a rebound by Swinesburg. Gets in the hands of Caleb Cervic. $1:29 remaining. Cervic down the lane. Out to Jones. Shoot it. And in and out of the rim does not go. Cervic gets the rebound, kicks it back out there to Swinesburg. Wants to dribble down the lane, puts it up, and doesn't get it to go. Jackson Kerr now in there. Turnaround jump and count it from underneath the hoop. Jackson Kerr gets his 5th point of the night. Minute remaining here in this game where the Prexies looked really good. Number 4 checked in there. Cheney puts it up, doesn't go. Who gets the rebound? Cheney, who checked in. He's going to shoot from right inside the 3-point line. Doesn't go. Swinesburg with another rebound coming the other way. Chucky Swinesburg pulls it up. Pulls up the 3.
For 3!
He got the stroke going right now for the 3. He's got 12. Going to be leading scorer for the Wolverines tonight. 54-40. .25 seconds remaining now. As Caesar, there's Jackson Kerr. He gets the steal, puts it up, doesn't get it to go. Swinesburg puts it up. He don't get it to go. All white shirts underneath. He don't get it to go again. His shooting percentage just dropped drastically. 3 white shirts fighting over the ball. And it goes out of bounds.
And unfortunately for the Wolverines.
Coach Bradley's not even looking.
Yeah, and for the Wolverines, that is how the night went.
Took the words right out of my mouth. That was, you could watch that play there. It's kind of like how the night went. 5 seconds here. They're running down the clock. Ball's on the ground, picked up there by Smiley. And I think if you're the Wolverines, you're glad to see that clock hit 0. Lost that game 54-40. The Wolverines did score 20 points in that 4th period. I'd call it garbage basketball at that point. Let's see, we're in pretty good command of the lead, was the Prexies. End up winning by 14, and it really wasn't that close for the Wolverines.
Yep, unfortunately the loss there will take the Wolverines back to 500 basketball, 2-2. That'll improve the Prexies to 1-1. The big thing from that last quarter there, Thad, is our takeaway from this game is you got to see Chucky Schweinsberg make some three-pointers. That's big because as a starter, you need to see the ball go through the hoop. That helps. The downside is you got to wonder how the leg is for Smiley. It could be a good time to not have this game on Friday because now it gives you a little bit of time to just make sure that ankle's okay. He looks okay, limping on it, but I think you're going to have some tape on that for the weekend, and he'll get better.
He's putting weight on it as he's leaving the court right now. I would say the other takeaway from this is the importance of Aaron Lake. They kept Aaron came out of the first period with 0 points, got a couple there in the second, but once he got into foul trouble, it really hog-tied him defensively.
Yeah.
I think rebounds. And
I was going to say, rebounding-wise, he did finish with a good night. He's going to have over 10 rebounds, but the problem is the aggression. You can't be aggressive on offense. You can't be aggressive on defense.
And we know these Prexy's team, well coached. They went pretty far. They went into the playoffs last year. They exposed that. And once they knew he had 4 fouls, they took it right to him.
And give credit. Let's go with number 2, William Callan, dog. 5, Tristan Reed, he's a dog.
Yep.
Lights out, those 2 individuals, the tallest on the court, and it showed. And I think that's going to be a good product for the Prexys going forward because, it's a non-section game, but you want a little bit better showing. That's another 3A team up there, up on that board.
It is.
That, take us on out.
So with that, folks, we'll be back here 6 o'clock tomorrow night for the girls taking on Laurel. Should be a good game. Laurel, the Lady Wolverines looked very, very good tonight.
Yes,
and they're going to want to build upon that. I think they'll be glad to come back in, play. It's a section game. No, it's not a section game.
Non-section.
But
non-section. It used to be section game.
Yes,
It's going to be a good test for both teams for that matter. And for the Lady Wolverines, it's kind of good. Not only get that first win in the check, let's start knocking them off here.
Yep, sounds good. So with that, folks, on behalf of Dave Skinny Windhorse, Skinny, thanks for helping out this week. You do a great job. That would be Brad's dad. And Brad Windhorst, our producer, man with the plan, the man that knows all. He will have stats posted on all of our social media accounts, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And myself, Thad Sturgeon. We thank you for listening tonight. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. Good night, everybody.